It's now time for This Week in Trojan Athletics with Athletic Director Steve White. Steve, take it away.
Good afternoon, Trey. Happy Monday to everyone in Radio Land. And we're going to talk some coffee sports again this week. Busy week last week. Let's start with middle school softball. The A team finished the regular season 7-1 in conference play. They're the number one seed in the conference going into the tournament. They will host the first round of the tournament tomorrow at Coffee Middle School at 4 o'clock. On Tuesday, they defeated Valdosta 15-0. Allie Pridgeon was the winning pitcher, striking out 7. Allie Pridgeon and Bailey Palmer had 3 hits apiece. Maggie Brown, Nellie Jump, and Kia Wilson added 2 hits each. They split a doubleheader with Tifton on Thursday, the A team winning 9-2 behind Maggie Brown, striking out 5 and picking up the win. Hannah Powell, Nellie Jump, and Ava Rowell had 3 hits each. The B team lost to Tift 8-4 despite a home run by Donica Edens. JV softball swept a doubleheader versus Worth County on Wednesday. Big blow in game 2 of that doubleheader. Maggie Minshew hit her first home run of the year. I'm very excited for her and for the JV softball Trojans. Varsity softball went 2-1 on the week. Both victories were no-hitters. Monday that defeated Lee County 8-0. Aaron Robinson, no hits, 13 strikeouts. Amani Polk and KJ Thacker had 2 hits each for the Trojans. On Tuesday, we lost a tough region battle to Ware County 3-1. Amani Polk had 2 hits, including a double. On Thursday, we got back on the winning track. It's a senior night. We defeated Bradwell Institute in another region game 10-0. Aaron Robinson, no hits, struck out 13. Amani Polk had 2 hits for the Lady Trojans on Thursday. Senior members of the Lady Trojan team, Amani Polk, KJ Thacker, Hannah Capps, Morgan Hodges, and Morgan Adams were all honored before the game. Softball sitting in a good place. Right now we're sitting in second place with a week to go in the regular season. Region tournament in Statesboro, double elimination is around the corner. Very, very important that we finish first or second in the regular season because that gets you a bye in that region tournament. And we sit in a pretty good place right now. And we're looking forward to making a run come tournament time. A couple more region games before that we need to win to secure either first or second. But I feel good about our chances going in. All right, next let's talk a little cross country. Went to Toombs County on Thursday. Really only carried a full boys team. Some of the girls weren't able to go. But our boys team, which is getting better and better every meet, finished 3rd out of 18 teams. Of the 217 runners that were at Toombs County on Thursday, Nevin Swanson finished 3rd. Will Bagwell finished 4th. So we've got 2 guys that are running very well. We're just looking for more depth. Also looking for more depth on our girls team behind Kate Merritt also. All right, let's talk a little football. Our under programs are starting to wind down, particularly middle school. Wednesday, 7th grade defeated Lowndes 18-15. Their season is over. They finished 3-3. On Thursday, our 9th grade Trojans lost to Valdosta 22-20. That is the second close loss by our 9th graders. Very competitive, playing hard, playing really well, just making key mistakes here or there and are losing close games. But definitely a really good – I've seen them play myself a couple of times, a good group. I like what I see there and what's coming. A JV Trojans shut out Tift County on Thursday 15-0. Been playing a really good defense all year at the JV level. All right, on Friday, homecoming 2022, Richmond Hill came to town. According to Max Preps, we were a 6-point favorite. Turned out to not be near as close a game as the experts thought. We defeated Richmond Hill 51-17. Offensively, Antoine McDuffie, 16 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Fred Brown added 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jakeem Williams and Capri Morgan led the defense with 8 tackles each. We scored in about every way imaginable. Tyreek Edwards recovered a bad punt snap in the end zone for a touchdown. Tyrese Woogett had a punt return touchdown, and then we had 2 pick sixes. Isaiah Johnson and Jaden Hancock both had interceptions returned for TDs. So kind of got away from Richmond Hill in the second half as we blew it wide open, but as you could tell, we got major contributions from every phase of the game. Pre-game Friday night, we had a chance to recognize for the first time this year some of our Scholar Athletes of the Week. It's a program sponsored by Goo Goo Car Wash and their Touchdown Club, where we recognize those that excel athletically and also in the classroom. On Friday night, we recognized cheerleader Lila Dixon, cross-country team member Nathaniel Tapia, coffee football team member Lawton Hood, and one of our softball Lady Trojans, Morgan Adams. We're all recognized pregame on Friday. It was always good to recognize and to remind our kids that athletics, academics, the total person, that's what we're looking for. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up this week. Very abbreviated schedule. First of all, today, got a JV varsity softball doubleheader out at Faircloth Field beginning at 4 versus Wayne County. Before the varsity game, somewhere around 6 o'clock, we're going to have a childhood cancer awareness ceremony. This is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we've been celebrating with these people all month long at football and other sports also. I always want to remember these children and what they're going through. On Tuesday, varsity softball goes to Statesboro for a big region game at 5:30. And as I mentioned earlier, middle school softball will host the first round of the conference tournament out at Coffee Middle School at 4. All right, we had 2 games scheduled for Thursday. The 9th grade football regularly scheduled to play here versus Colquitt. JV was to go to Lowndes, but with weather conditions worsening with our hurricane situation, the JV will now travel to Lowndes on Wednesday and play at 4 o'clock. Couldn't work that out with Colquitt for our 9th grade, so we've postponed that game and we'll try to make it up later. For the weekend, Saturday, cross country is scheduled to go to Tift County for the Tift Invitational at ABAC, and that's at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. And our varsity softball girls are headed to play in the Grayson Ram Classic in Atlanta. A Friday game with Villa Rick at 3. 2 games Saturday beginning at 9 a.m. One with Loganville Christian Academy and the other with Alcovey. So football's off this Friday night. We open region play in 2 weeks versus Bradwell. So got 2 weeks to get everything worked out, and then we start playing those games that are for real. Trey, that's all I got for athletics this week. Look forward to seeing you out supporting our student athletes, and we'll be back and see you next Monday. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you coming down here at the Vibe FM to talk to us about all the events going on in Coffee Trojan Sports. That's going to wrap up our midday show. Stay tuned for our morning show at 6 o'clock in the morning right here on none other than the Vibe FM.